This is the AI News Flash for August 12th, midnight UTC. First up, Google's Gemini app has passed 1 billion monthly active users. Google announced the milestone on its official blog on August 11th. Gemini becomes the 14th Google product to cross 1 billion monthly users, and CEO Sundar Pichai called it the fastest-growing product in the company's history. The climb was steep. Gemini went from roughly 750 million monthly users earlier this year to 950 million in July, and now to 1 billion. More than 100 million of those users are on Apple devices. How people use it is shifting too. 63% of users now talk directly to Gemini, with voice-only usage rising. The app generates more than 150 million images a day, and on Android it can now automate actions across more than 40 popular apps. Second, venture capital firm Accel has raised $3.5 billion across a new set of funds. Bloomberg reported the raise on August 11th. Accel, which has offices in Silicon Valley, London, and Bangalore, closed 4 separate funds dedicated to early-stage investing around the world. The breakdown is $1.35 billion for a global expansion fund covering larger early rounds and rapid follow-ons, $800 million for the United States, $800 million for Europe and Israel, and $550 million for India. Accel has backed AI companies including Anthropic, Cursor, and Perplexity, with the AI race reshaping the fundraising market itself. The firm is doubling down on young companies at the earliest stage. The third, Ryanair, Europe's largest airline by passengers, has signed a 5-year Google Cloud deal to expand AI across its operations. The airline will deploy Gemini and DeepMind models internally and roll out Google Workspace and Google Cloud services to 35,000 employees across its network. Specifically, Ryanair plans to use Gemini Enterprise to build custom agents that automate routine tasks and help optimize crew scheduling, while DeepMind models will feed into maintenance planning and weather-related decisions. Ryanair had already extended a 5-year agreement with AWS, so this creates a dual cloud setup. CEO Eddie Wilson framed the move as infrastructure resilience so that an outage at one provider does not take critical systems down. The effort supports a target of carrying 300 million passengers a year by 2034. Fourth, research grant proposals written with AI assistance are more likely to win funding, but the underlying research ideas appear to be narrowing. The finding comes from the Innovation Institute at Northwestern University. Researchers examined the years 2021 through 2025, matching confidential proposals from 2 major U.S. research universities against publicly released awards from the National Institutes of Health and the National Science Foundation. Signs of AI-assisted writing rose sharply, starting in 2023, when generative AI tools became widely available. At the NIH, AI-assisted proposals showed higher funding success rates and produced more publications, but the output concentrated in standard work rather than highly cited research. Proposals with stronger AI signals were also less distinctive from recently funded work. Researchers appear to be shifting not just how they write, but what they propose, steering toward safer ideas. The concern is that funding systems could gradually converge on more conventional lines of inquiry. Fifth, a group of Missouri lawmakers has released a framework to help local communities evaluate AI data center proposals. The State House Future Caucus announced it at a press conference at Lindenwood University in St. Charles on August 11th. The framework is a guide and set of questions covering everything from how a site is decommissioned to renewable energy components to protecting ratepayers from price spikes. Caucus Chair Representative Colin Willenkamp said his AI infrastructure, Grid Integrity, and Water Resources Protection Act will return in the 2027 session. It would require large load electricity consumers like data centers to cover grid expansion costs, new generating capacity, and infrastructure improvements, and would create a new rate class for them. Missouri lawmakers passed 100 bills in the 2026 session, and not one of them addressed data centers. As resident pushback over data center power and water spreads nationwide, state-level rulemaking is becoming the next battleground. That's all for this AI News Flash.